G'day, g'day, g'day. It's Friday, Sharpen Focus. And boy, it's cold in here. And we're going to reflect on yesterday, cultivate awareness. What does that mean? What does that mean? Well, we need to be more aware of our surroundings. And that can mean warmth, it can mean cold, it can mean dark, it can mean light. There needs to be balance when we're aware. So when we're imbalanced, we fall over, don't we? So we need to bring our balance back to center. So if we're too far left or too far right or too far hot or too far cold, it starts to sound like Goldilocks. Have you heard that story? The three bears. North, south, east? Don't think so. Let's look west. Be more social. Simply say, g'day.
Do you feel like there's never enough time in the day? Are you struggling to switch off from work, the internet, and social media? It's time to reconnect with family, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, yourself. Join the Be More Social Daily Challenge. Just 10 minutes a day to recharge, gain more energy, and enjoy what matters most. Let's begin.
Yeah, so honestly, when are we going to get it right? What does that mean? Well, is it back to front or is it the right way around? I don't know. Depends which way you look at it. Are you looking in a mirror or a reverse mirror? I don't know. Depends which way you look at it. So what am I doing? Are you listening to this or just simply watching? Oh, that's a soggy banana. What do you know? Bananas in the fridge don't work well, but maybe it will work well in a shake. Shake, rattle and roll. Because when we dip it into a cup, all we're after is the flavour. But does the off banana get rid of some of the good stuff or the bad stuff? So, are we sharpening focus today or embracing learning or sharing freely? Crunch, 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 crunch. What is that noise? We've seen it before. Shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. It all depends on what you're listening to. Is it the voices in your head? Oh, does that make you schizophrenic if you hear voices in your head? Or does it make you insane? Because in the business world, we say, let's keep it in-house. Meaning, keep it inside closed walls. So if in-house is a good thing, then wouldn't insane mean that you're keeping it within your sanity? That to me sounds pretty good. But people suggest that insanity and insane are the same things. Are they? I don't know. I think I'm inside of sanity. I understand. I look to my awareness as I reflect on yesterday's cultivate awareness. I sharpen focus today, tomorrow, every day. What am I focusing on now? Video, you, my shake. But what are you listening to? Do you know what's coming next? Because it could be loud. Or I could just walk away and try talking in another room so you can kind of hear the noise. But I've gone that far away, I don't know if the microphone will pick up on my phone. Interesting. So this is a test and measure. How far can I walk with the noise in the kitchen? Or am I in the kitchen? Or am I underground drilling holes? Well, depends what you're looking at. So are you looking? Are you just listening? As if I whisper. Can you hear my footsteps? Can you hear Pip barking? Or is she not barking at all? Interesting. Interesting. So how do we share this freely when men are taught at a very young age not to talk about feelings? Yeah, that's still true. Even today, as a 52-year-old man, I'm told not to talk about my feelings. How? Because when I talk about how I feel, someone tells me I don't understand. Wow, okay. I was just actually talking about my feelings. What's there to understand? Or is it that you don't understand? I'm actually talking about my feelings. So if you don't like me yelling or getting angry or aggressive or frustrated, that's how I release the emotion from my body. Because I've learned not to hang on to it, not to lock it inside like a chest. Yeah, well, I asked my wife, what's the equivalent of the female ego? And funnily enough, I ask a lot of women this question, quite often PhDs and academics, and they often say, you know what, Dan? I don't know. I don't have one. Funny thing is, it's the first thing you're taught in psychology. Sigmund Freud. The ego, the id, all these little things, every human has it. It's a combination of your thoughts, emotions and behaviours and your internal clock or your internal mind and your heart. And you feel and sense certain things and you react or respond or you conduct behaviour in a certain way based on your thoughts, emotions and behaviours. What does that sound like? It sounds like a talent to me. According to the Clifton Strength Finder, according to the High 5 talents. Or strengths, it depends if you've developed them. So how do you do that? I'd say with coaching. But who's the best coach to understand your own personal thoughts, emotions and behaviours? Well, I can study every strength, there are 34 of them, according to the Clifton Strength Finder, and I can know them backwards, inside and out, but I'll never truly understand what it feels like to have them in the combination that you have. They've studied identical twins for years and years, trying to understand this, trying to understand what. Why? That's the question we keep asking. Why? We start with why. We finish with why. Why, how, what, when, where, who? Because why? 7. What are we left with? 3 again. So if we're embracing learning, well, we're both learning and practicing right now, and I'm actually sharing. Are you sharing anything with me? Well, if you're live in this room right now in Zoom, and you're sharing your body language, or your camera's off, or you're staring at the screen where you can see my image. But if you're only listening, why are you staring at the screen? Why not close your eyes? Use your imagination. Why not look at the person who's sitting behind the camera? Is there someone behind the camera? We don't know. We can't see what's going on behind the camera, can we? Very fascinating, very interesting. So how do we sharpen our focus? How do we embrace learning? Well, it's the same every day. Every day is a new day, but it's just like the last day. The sun will come up, the sun will go down. There might be clouds, there might be Kendras, there might be DRs, there might be Evas, there might be Andres, there might be Tims. Do I stop there? Well, there might be Christian, there might be Carlo, there might be Abby, there might be Sharina, there might be Jaira, there might be Kevin is in heaven. Well, chances are he's up there with the clouds. Because they're the 2 men that I rely on in certain areas. They're pretty cool, but they rely on the internet and it often fails them. What's the internet? You guessed it, technology. It's killing us. So sharpen our focus. We use this as a tool and then we go out and we share freely with our loved ones, our family, our friends, but most importantly, ourselves. Be more social. Simply say, oh, I dropped the ball.
Thanks for listening as we take on the Be More Social challenge. Join Danny Crouch tomorrow as he shares his journey, and we hope you'll join in too. Drop a comment below. Tell us how it's going, ask questions and share your insights. Find more details in the description or at chooseyourchapter.com.au. Let's make time, boost energy, and aim to be more social today.
G'day. It's Sunday. Share freely. Boy, is it bright in here. And I'm going to reflect on yesterday, embrace learning. As we be more social, simply say, G'day.